I was born on July 4, 1963. The Richmond Fire Department integrated on July 6, 1963. And so I was born 2 days before that. Now I sit as a 21st Fire Chief.
When Chief of Fire and Emergency Services, Melvin Carter, was appointed to the role in 2017, he became the first and only native Richmonder to rise through the ranks within the department to fire chief in its history. It's also the same department the man who grew up in the Newtown West neighborhood is eternally grateful to, not just for the job, but also for RFD saving his 3 younger siblings' lives back in 1968.
My 2 brothers and my sister almost died in a house fire at Bow and Lee Street. And so that also helped to reinforce why I wanted to be a firefighter. But knowing what I know now as a fire professional, it was a pretty significant and bad fire. And so with all the turmoil that was going on in the 60s, as you might imagine, particularly around 1968, you know, the men and women of this organization saved my brothers and sisters.
Carter joined Richmond Fire back in 1987, but for nearly the last 4 years now, he's been in charge of a staff of nearly 450 people. He says the job comes with its challenges, and the pandemic hasn't made things easier, but that hasn't stopped the chief from trying to instill a certain mindset within his staff.
The greatest challenge has really been reinforcing the narrative for our firefighters to believe in themselves and what they do, and that we're a phenomenal fire department, and that we all exist. All of our position numbers exist to serve the citizens of Richmond.
Carter is also trying to recruit through an intensive process the next generation of firefighters in a year where the department is expected to lose nearly 24 members, a majority which he says are due to retirement.
Because these jobs change lives for generations. And so we really would love to be able to just really do a really strong recruitment effort. But you have to be intentional. You know, you have to want a diverse organization. I would love to see a class of all women. You know, I would love to see that. That's a goal of mine.
Being a firefighter is one of the toughest jobs in the world, both physically and perhaps even more so mentally, for the lives you save and the lives that have been lost.
The things that that you continue to relive over and over in your mind. Man. It's just sobering, the breadth of the position and what you're exposed to and what you're involved in.
But it's a job Chief Carter says he has loved every day, spanning 5 decades, and says he's even luckier to do it in his hometown.
To do what you love to do and to get compensated for it and to do it where you grew up, outside of loving your family and being blessed, is probably the greatest experience and love I could ever have.
And Carter says he only wants to remain chief for a few more years, telling us that if he can't accomplish all he has in mind in 7 years, then he'll never be able to do so. And he also wants to see someone else who they've developed step up to lead the department.
As the daughter of a female firefighter, I love his attitude. Whole class of women, that'd be awesome.
Can't wait to see that. And hopefully he'll take someone under his wing so that when he does retire, he'll have somebody trained and somebody in mind.
And he's all about that. He's all about, you know, the people that they train for them to have the opportunity to grow within the department.
Nice to get a chance to meet him.
Yeah.